now, Wayne, you put something out today. Let's shift to draft talk.
Okay, let's do it.
You put out your top 10 wide receivers.
I know I left some people off. I know I got flack for leaving.
It's a good list. All right, so I'll run through it real quick, and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions about them, okay?
Go ahead.
So your list, top to bottom, okay?
Top to bottom.
1, Garrett Wilson. 2, Drake London. 3, Sky Moore. I love Sky Moore.
I know you do.
I love Sky. You like Sky Moore more than me.
Talk
to me about Sky Moore.
Listen, Sky Moore is a transcending type of talent that you want on this field because he can also help you in special teams. But let's talk about his route tree. Let's talk about he can line up inside, outside, on the other side, whatever side you need him to line up. He can do fast guy out, off the line of scrimmage. What's his 40? You have it off the top of your head? No,
he was quick. I'll have it here in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
4.41. There we go.
I'll take what that's faster than Debo. All I'm going to say is faster than Debo. I'm going to leave it at that. So you might imagine he'll be the fastest receiver the 49ers will have, Allen Ray McLeod or whatever like that. But I'm not looking for him to be the guy to beat the guys over the top. I'm looking for his meanness. He's tough. He's a tough kid. What is he, 6 feet? If I'm not mistaken, 6 something.
5'10", 195.
5'11". That's what I had.
Yeah. I love how people shrink before the combine.
Isn't that funny?
How that works. That's right.
Isn't that funny?
I'm 6'2", just so everybody knows.
Hey man, lucky you.
To the combine.
Dude, I've never been over 5'8" in my entire life, so I don't understand. But no, seriously, man, this kid you have to watch his film. You have to watch his film because you'll see that you're gonna get a big package and a small body. You know what I mean? And he really comes out here and delivers. So he's my number 3, I think, on that list.
Yeah, he is, and I love it. The most forced missed tackles by a wide receiver in the entire country last year. 26.
Bingo.
I mean, he's forced to miss tackle twice a game at the college level.
I love it. Next up, that's what you want.
This is probably the most popular on every 49ers podcast. Number 4, you have Christian Watson.
I have Christian Watson. You have to draft the 6. What is he? 6'4".
Big dude.
When is the last time we've had the 6'4" type of wide receiver? Because you're a historian, so and help us out, Bill. Man. I see y'all out there. I can't think.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Juan Jennings, I think, is 6'3", but he's small, very small compared to Christian Watson, and slower, right?
And a lot slower. Christian Watson's what, 4.3 speed, and then and my man Jennings is what, 4.6, something like that.
Oh no, he was even slower.
4.7.
Right? He was real slow.
He was in the 4.7s, but he doesn't play slow because he plays in the slot. And so when you play in the slot, it's about your quick speed, cutting. That's what it all comes down to. And I don't even think. Yo, can you imagine having 2 guys out on the field, one with speed, one that's just big as F, and then they both can line up and then do some crazy motion, and next thing you know, what's happening? That's what you get. Christian Watson, though, is a package, right? And the thing that you really love about Christian Watson is connection with Trey Lance. And I'm sorry, that's the new trend. There's something going on about quarterbacks that play with their wide receivers in college. You've seen it happen in the NFL. And if he's at 61 and he's on that board, that better be the pick.
Yeah, and 49ers had an official interview with him, pre-draft interview. They only get 30, so if you want a little bit more fuel for that fire, man, it's there. Moving on, my number 1 wide receiver, you have number 5, Treylon Burks.
Ooh,
I am a huge Treylon Burks.
How do you have him at 1, though?
I think, okay, so here's... Whenever I do my scouting, and I'm scrolling to my notes on him right now, which is like a page and a half. I love Treylon Burks. 49ers have no shot of getting this guy,
none whatsoever.
But again, metrics wise, okay, not there. 4.55 speed, but just the size, 6'2", 225 is basically Derrick Henry at running back, at wide receiver. And my question is, I want popcorn whenever I'm watching a wide receiver.
Understood.
And whenever I watch him, especially against my Texas Longhorns, baptizing the entire defense, which they could never tackle anyway. But like that dude changed the entire makeup of the game and just ended the game by himself. It was a Debo. He's not Debo-like player, but a Debo-like effect where the defense didn't want to play against him anymore because he was just snatching souls. And so this is a big bully ball guy that I think can just have a huge impact. It's very easy for me to see him just being successful, and you got to find a way. You put him on like, a real boring offense, perhaps not. You see what happened to Laviska Shenault. But, man, I love Treylon Burks. I really, really do like this kid.
Yeah, it's a really, really good fun to watch. That's why you grab the popcorn, because you know it, you're not going to be able to tackle him, and somehow he's going to find his way, for extra yards, which is what Kyle Shanahan likes, right? Because last time I checked, Kyle wants dogs. So if you look at my list of 10, they're all dogs.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think on your list too, whatever I saw, is like you could tell how much Kyle Shanahan and what he sees in wide receivers has affected our rankings of these guys.
That's true.
Moving on with your list, number 6, Jamison Williams. 7, Chris Olave. A lot of people have Chris Olave 1. I'm not. I'm very low on Chris Olave. I think that he's a great wide receiver, but not in Kyle Shanahan's system.
Right, but I have him as a dog. So he's a guy that'll go get a ball, and he's a guy that can run double coverage as well. He has the speed, and so if you watched him at Ohio State, which I had no choice but to watch him because I'm a Big Ten guy, you know what I'm saying?
You're a Michigan guy, right?
I'm a Michigan guy, and so when I just watch all the Big Ten teams. It's just I have the channel, so I just watch them all. Plus, I want to see, I try to scout so how we playing them, we gonna play whatever. But no, seriously, man, those Ohio State boys are a problem. Garrett Wilson is probably the better of the two, but don't sleep on Chris Olave. That's why he's in my top 10.
Yeah, I'm with you there too. I think Garrett Wilson's a much higher quality player. And I will say this about your Michigan boys. I did the Georgia versus Michigan game this morning on Patreon, which I came away.
I have to go watch it. I have to go watch it because I want to see. Don't even tell me anything. Yeah. I need to go watch. I'll go on Patreon and watch it because
I wouldn't be mean. I wouldn't try to be mean.
No,
That's
you
not
weren't.
What it was.
You weren't. But you brought.
I was going to spit it pro Ojabo. Like I thought.
Oh yeah, monster. I thought he had a better game than Aiden. Honestly.
Yeah,
but those Georgia boys, they were something. You know what it was? Do you watch women's basketball?
Some.
Did you watch UConn in South Carolina?
I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch that one.
My analogy is simply this. Georgia has some big ass boys, bro. South Carolina has some big ass girls. UConn was midgets compared. They just bullied us. That's what they did. They straight up bullied us. And so we deserved to lose. We got bullied. We got deboed.
It was bad. James Cook, who is now my favorite player in this draft, probably.
Was that his best game of the season? Because he rushed like 4 touchdowns or something like that. And it was just like, what is going on here? What happened? I watched Vincent Gray, like a good DB, get put on his backside. I watched Daxton Hill not even show up. There was just players that didn't play.
And there's a lot of talent on that defense, but man, it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
They weren't ready. They weren't
all
ready.
right, staying with wide receivers. Let's get through these. Johan, Dodson, Penn State. Oh, so
big,
freaking fun.
Small package, big receiver. Steve Smith vibes. Yo, can you teach me how to comp? Like that's what I'm gonna because that's what I'm getting. But I swear he's so tiny, but he goes up and gets every ball, yo. Dog.
Everyone.
And if he can develop that mentality. Like he's the dog, alpha dog. He's going to be a problem in the NFL.
I have, okay, here you go. Here I do 2 comps for each player. I do an athletic profile comp, like what their measurables, height, weight is. Then I do a play style comp. All right, so here's my Johan Dodson comps. Okay, athletic profile, Jalen Waddle. Very similar.
Yep.
All right, here you go. You're going to love this one. Play style comp, Antoine Randall L.
Ooh.
How'd I do? I felt good about that one. That's what he reminded me of the whole time. Like he's just got the vibes. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you, bro. Haven't heard that name in decades, bro.
I love Randall L. Man.
He was a problem. He was a problem.
One of my I hated the Steelers, but I loved him. I don't like Steelers. All right, let's finish out your top 10. And this one I'm going to talk about a little bit later. So Alec Pierce, we're just going to drop that off. We'll come back to him later. And then rounding out the top 10 is Khalil Shakur. Boise State. A lot of people like this guy.
Fast guy. I underneath guy. Can't beat you over the top. But I like him catching the ball in space. Last time I checked, Kyle Shanahan is not trying to change that up. I think he still wants his wide receivers big, small, fast or slow. He'll be able to catch the ball in space and get yards, right? That's what my boy Shakur could do, man. Just go watch him. Just go watch him.
He's fun, man.
State, he's just a fun guy to watch, man. You might not eat the whole bag of popcorn, but you definitely gonna love some of the things that he does.
that, like, you know, one of the kind of draft axioms, perhaps, maybe I'm using that word incorrectly, is jack of all trades, ace of none, right?
Yes,
well, sir. Whenever I watch Khalil, I feel like he's like a king of all traits, ace of none. Like, there's nothing that I pinpoint as he's just great
at.
It's just he's really good at everything. Routes, physicality, catch
Who can
point.
we comp him to? Who was somebody like that?
I'll tell you my I don't know if you have one.
I don't have a comp yet. I don't have a comp. So go ahead and tell me yours.
Okay, athletic profile. I had to go back for a ways to match somebody. Lee Evans. Okay. And then play style comp was rough because how he won was routes. I felt like his routes were good. Physicality was good. I put, and again, Reggie Wayne light is what I put.
Ooh.
Reggie Wayne light. Like, he's not a high ceiling player. He is a double player. You know what I mean? Like, he's somebody that's going to come in. I don't think he's ever going to be a Pro Bowl wide receiver. I don't think that's really his gig, but I think he's just going to be such a good role player. You know, somebody that could just be that number 2, kind of what Ayuk is now. That's probably the ceiling for him. But this is somebody you can get in the 3rd round, maybe even later.
Maybe even later.
Just want to say thanks for watching and supporting the 49ers Rush podcast channel. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so in the middle of the screen now. And here are a few extra videos if you want to check that out for some more 49ers content. Just want to say thank you. And as always, stay strong, faithful.